Sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Miami Dolphins. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Raven team as they get ready here. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Dolphins, they come in on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Fielded about a yard deep. And some room to work. And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line. So here are the Dolphins now with excellent field position to start things out. They'll be led out by the all-time leading passer in Vanderbilt history, the veteran quarterback. It's Jay Cutler.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
The completion good for 3, and it's second down. And here now a look at the Dolphins' offensive unit.
I always find it interesting that when we have conversations about the best wide receivers in the NFL, it's not often that Jarvis Landry's name rolls out right in the first group. But when you evaluate what he does overall, his body of work, his ability to break down defenses once he catches the ball and gets downfield and people bounce off of him, then you realize he's one of the top guys out there.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. On second down, Cutler. And this one complete to Julius Thomas. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. And Thomas has it. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A look at the numbers for Thomas from a week ago. 3 catches, 58 yards.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try and maneuver against. They're in the top 10 in the league against the pass, and you and I both know there's not much difference.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Jay Ajayi, his first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are going to take a first-quarter lead. With these Thursday night games, sometimes you get those quick turnarounds. You wonder how a team's going to start. They started really well.
Everyone's always wondering, going into a Thursday night game, who has their legs, who has the overall health of a team. But mentally, if you get that early edge, the other team might think to itself, it's been a short week. We're not really ready to go. You might run them into the ground that way. That's why getting that early score means a lot.
Just a 4-play drive that time. And it's capped off by a touchdown run by Jay Ajayi. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. So here come the Ravens with their first look on offense. They'll be led out by their quarterback in his 10th year now from Delaware. It's Joe Flacco.
Coming off of a loss their last time out, I think he's just seeking to make a bigger impact on the game. He threw a touchdown pass, didn't throw an interception. I think he just wants to jump those numbers up in terms of flinging it around and letting his receivers get into the end zone.
On first down, Flacco escaping the prop here this time to the 21. They'll give him a yard on the play. And it'll be a second down. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They established the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
Second down, Flacco now. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Lawrence Timmons coming with pressure. He drops him on the blitz for a loss of 12. Flacco and the Ravens now, after the sack, need something good here on 3rd and long. Flacco fakes the give, sets to throw, eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to let it go deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play on 3rd for the Ravens. 61 yards.
I know they had good coverage downfield, but you have to wonder, on 3rd and long like that, how does that happen, that they can get that far downfield and complete a pass? You got to guard the sticks, understand where you are, so it's almost like someone fell asleep and completed. They've got to dust themselves off on defense, pick it up, and figure out how to not let that happen again.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. 1st and 10 here for Flacco. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And Ndamukong Suh getting in there from his defensive tackle spot to snow him under for a loss of 4. Flacco here on 2nd down. Flushed out right. And it's hauled in by Ben Watson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another 1st down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Now, prior to the snap, we hit all zeros as time has run out on the 1st quarter of play. It's a close game here early on. We're back to Baltimore after this.
The NFL on EA Sports is presented by Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
2nd quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the Ravens who have the football, and they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Flacco from the gun. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Kiko Alonso. Not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. From the gun, Flacco. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. William Hayes in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs are going to lead to a 3rd and long. 3rd and long for Joe Flacco. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from Clemson, Cordray Tankersley. And he will bring this all the way up to the 30-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a 1st down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays at that spot. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to look deeper. It's caught inside the 25. And give him a gain of 37. A minute 59 to go in the first half. We're back to Baltimore after this. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Larry Ridley is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Now it's Cutler. That is caught at the 7. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions in the blink of...
Lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now 1st and goal, expect them to attack right here on this play.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Detroit!
Cutler to throw again. And that'll be incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Kenny Stills. And now it's 2nd down.
You know, every time we talk with people about the most important quality for a quarterback to have in the NFL, what do they usually cite?
Arm strength.
Yeah, and that's really way down on the list. Accuracy is one of the bigger ones, maybe the foremost one. That's what he needed on that play.
And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. If you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
That's caught. It's Thomas. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. This will be caught at about the 6. And he is not going to be able to. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. Joe Flacco here. We get a peek at what he's done so far in this game. And he has not really been able to have a lot of comfort back there in the pocket. Pressure's been coming at him a lot, hasn't it?
And they've got to figure out how to tamp down that pressure. How do they decrease it? Is it getting rid of the football quicker? You know, shorter drops? Maybe they do something different with their pass blocking and their protection schemes. Maybe you meet them on the line of scrimmage instead of retreating to try and protect your quarterback. They've got to figure something out, though, because you cannot let your guy get hit that much, not if you intend to win.
Yeah, I know they'd like to erase that video and those 4 sacks that they've seen so far. A big hit. Knocked down sideways at the 49. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 46 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
And the offense lining up 1st and 10. Operating out of the gun, Flacco. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Jeremy Maclin, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Unable to connect on the 1st down pass play. Now it's 2nd down. Here's Flacco. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They go pass again with Flacco. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
When teams take shots at the end zone, you've got to defend it the same way you would defend the 1st down sticks. You defend the goal line exactly the same way. They can't cross that. You play through the receivers, and on that play, that's exactly what they did and batted it away.
So on 4th down, Flacco off to the sidelines. He gives way to Justin Tucker. From the right hash, this from 48. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Certainly their offense has sputtered here a little bit in the first half as they finally do get on the board, but they only have 3.
Well, at least it eases the frustration. Feel a little bit better about themselves as they go into the locker room and try and regroup.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And out come the Dolphins now. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Here's a handoff to Ajayi to begin the drive. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Here we go.
They run again with Ajayi. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Now it's Ajayi. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead to the locker room. As we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
Okay, Brandon.